Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Branders Podcast. I'm your host, Arab, along with my co-host, Edwin. And today we have on a very special guest, an OG of Fortnite, who has now quit and finally taken the path of not being a loser no more. We have an ex-member of FaZe, known as Diggy. Been among the top of the ranks since the beginning, and then slowly shifted his way to being a TikTok thirst trapper. Welcome to the podcast, Diggy.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, welcome.
Bro, first of all, yeah, I've seen you since the beginning of your journey. You know, you were the frat boy. You were the frat boy of Fortnite. Somehow, dude, you were good. I feel like you were a mistake. Like, you weren't meant to be good. I remember seeing you at fucking TwitchCon and everyone's this gamer dude and you're like the guy with the hat who's the fucking, like, you just looked like a frat boy.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that? Take us through how that all started.
Oh, so I mean, gaming in general was always something that I did. Like, since I was probably about 4, my uncle put me onto it. I was holding the big ass Xbox controller, like playing claw back in those days because my thumb wasn't big enough to hit the buttons. So I always gamed and I was moving around a lot. Like, I've lived in like 18 houses, 23 years. So gaming was always consistent. Sports was always consistent.
Whoa, 18 houses, 23 years.
Brush over
shit.
that?
Yeah. It took me a minute, bro. He said whoa, and I was like, what did he just whoa? And I was like, oh shit. That's crazy. 18 houses. Holy fuck.
No, yeah. So pretty much about 5 states up and down the East Coast, and then Puerto Rico for 4 years, Hawaii for a couple years as well.
Oh, yeah. You were evading taxes when you were younger, huh?
We were evading a lot of shit.
Damn. True.
But, so yeah, gaming was always consistent, and sports was always consistent, and women, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
This podcast is gonna end up on Reddit, dude. On I have sex.
So I kind of like just stopped gaming entirely when I went to college, and like you said about the frat, I joined a fraternity.
Yeah,
so I joined a fraternity.
Shit. Don't act like you're telling us something new, bro. Like.
Yeah, freshman year of college, joined a fraternity, and just kind of got wrapped up in that whole lifestyle. I was in track and field in college. Quit that because, like, I was just good. I was just fast. I didn't love it, you know? I liked running, like, especially when I would drink. Like, so you feel free, you know, when you're just going.
When you would drink, you would run. Yeah,
super weird. Like, I would get to a certain point after drinking where I would just, like, take off and just go.
So you would run every day?
Oh, I was running like 8 miles a day. I hold a state championship in New York for track and field for the 4x800. Yeah, we shattered a record that was held in like the 60s. I had a disgusting relay.
Yeah, but you haven't seen me run, so it's whatever.
We can set it up a little 100 meter.
No, I mean, I'm fast, but I'm fast to like an average fast person. I'm not fast to a fast person, you know.
So I moved from Long Island. I was in my freshman year of college, and I was dorm student, so I was in that whole party lifestyle. Moved to Daytona Beach, Florida. Went to a commuter school, and like that was like a huge shift because no one was like linking up, and like I didn't have that whole social atmosphere. So that's when I got back into
a commuter school. What is that, like the like a single building colleges? Is that what you would consider a commuter school? Because I've never actually, like... So
not necessarily, like, one building. They still have the whole, like, you know, there's, you know, your business building, your this building, all that stuff. But there's it's no just campus. Commuter... Yeah, like, no dorm, like, no major dorm scene, unless you're, like, a student athlete.
Yeah.
So, with that, I didn't have a car. Like, my mom was driving me back and forth. I was going to school. I had a job, a server job, which I absolutely hated. They treated me like shit.
Bro, you'd be a good server. You definitely got tipped.
I did, but for some reason...
For being like, good looking.
I'm the type of person...
Probably fast as fuck, too.
Dude, he's got the aura, bro. You got the aura. You have the, like, you know, it's
he's got the smiley personality.
Yeah.
You know?
But there's there's something about me though where it's either you love me or you hate me, and there's
Okay,
no in between.
I
There's
feel
no in
that.
between.
They probably
There's
like,
no in between.
oh, this guy's a douchebag. Look at, yeah.
And it's like so I either get extreme amounts of hate or extreme amounts of love, and like that's how it's been my whole life. So in the serving industry, like I was getting the hate, especially from my coworkers.
Which you deserve, by the way.
Everyone, hey, it's a balance, man. It's all a balance. So I ended up, my friend Berto, which is actually crazy because he, like, this is like years ago. We've been playing for like 5 years, back at like Diablo, Overwatch, and shit. He's on the org now, like way down the road, even after the whole FaZe situation. He was like, "Yo, I think you'll like this game, Fortnite." Because I was
Who's
playing.
Berto? Is that Benny?
LG Berto is his name. He's on Luminosity now. He's TikTok. He does TikTok Mythbusters.
Okay.
Yeah, he got like 1 million off that. Insane. But so he told me to fire it up. First game.
Nothing's as insane, bro. Nothing's as insane when you've seen Diggy the Thirst Trapper popping on TikTok. That's. I fucked with those, by the way.
I need to start.
They were
rolling.
cool, bro. The reason I liked them is because you didn't care. You know, like your following was Fortnite, but you still did whatever the fuck. But you were like, you were good at the thirst trap, and it wasn't like those other TikTok kids. I felt it was different. It was like a beach kind of vibe, like you're having fun.
He seems like he'd be good at thirst trap. Look at him, bro. He lived in Hawaii for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows what's up with the ladies. You know, come on.
You gotta love them.
So you started, yeah. Continue.
Okay, so so I started playing the game, and I was just playing with my friends, my brother, and everything. Like, but it came to the point where I was just dropping 20s, and I was dropping 20s, and I was dropping 20s, and I fired up the stream from my Xbox. Literally, I had a janky setup. I was in a shed, bro. I was in a shed behind my mom's house, like skipping class to start playing Fortnite because I was like, Mom, I don't gotta go to class today. You know, this, that, and the other.
All of us, man. All of us.
So there's nothing going on in
Mom,
class,
it's I got an 8 a.m. I'm supposed to wake up at 5:30. Mom, it's storming like crazy outside.
And she probably, it was like a 25-minute commute, so like I was probably saving her a trip, but I was definitely, white lies. I don't ever lie, but white lies.
Yeah.
Are okay.
He goes, I don't ever lie, but I white lie. Like there's a fucking difference.
No, it's like, it's like omission. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clean. It's
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
It's fair game. It's fair game for sure. Clearly it worked out. So I ended up getting I bought my face cam, and I was on Mixer, start streaming just from the Xbox. Bought my face cam. The first day I bought my face cam, for some reason it was there was a Fortnite crash, where it was just at a loading screen. Everyone came to watch me. Like on Mixer, I had like 700 views, and I the most I ever had before that was like 3. I was just playing, and it went to 700, and everyone was just like looking at me at this loading screen, like what, like, and I was just chatting with all these people, and that's how I kind of had like this little following on Mixer. And that trickled into getting an invite to the first ever official Fortnite tournament, which was
it was through your streaming following, not even like you being good, or was it because of the showdown shit?
So solo showdown top performer is how I got the invite.
Okay.
I think I did, and it's crazy because there was people who had dude, it was so lucky, literally. I had to be chosen or some shit, Like I had a rankings. I remember. I had rankings that were worse than some other people. I had a top 100, and then I had one
But because you had rankings and viewers,
just above 100. So my average was 100 worldwide for the solo showdown. So it was solo showdown top performer. Got an invite based on that, and literally, I think it was top 20 made money, and I was 18th. I was one above Ninja. I remember. So he was 17th. I was 18th. So I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
Some guy. So ended up making I think it was 4.5 grand after taxes, and that was at that time that was so huge for me. I literally took that, and that ended up getting me invites to the future the summer skirmish days. I mean, people were eating, dude. People were eating.
Yeah.
Bro.
Did you bag out on those?
I didn't bag out like I drop bodies. He took the bag and ran with
I
it.
drop bodies. Damn, dude.
Yeah. He really caught the bag and
That
dipped.
motherfucker, did he cheat, bro? I think
had
to this-
100%.
I think
no,
to this
no,
day,
no, no,
bro.
no.
I think to
he
this
had
day.
to have, bro. He had to have. How do you bag out like that? Like get public notoriety and then just dip the fuck out, dude.
Dude, he
There's
played
no
his
way.
cards right, is
Yeah,
what
the way
did.
he cheated was what he had like his friends land on him, right?
Oh my god! All I know is,
Dude,
so
I just remember like people trying to expose him, whatever, and he just disappeared. He just
Yeah, it didn't exposing what? There's nobody there to expose. Like,
yeah,
you know
this
what I'm saying?
PlayStation dude just fucking dropped 80 bombs. Like,
I kind of threw that freaking that tourney too because it's a kill race. So
by
people
now
on
calling
PC,
your friends up. Yeah. Oh.
and I was on. I should have.
True,
I
true
was on.
shit.
I was on console, dude, and there were so many bots. It was a bot race tourney, and like I started 2 minutes earlier, and there was a threshold. If you dropped a 20 bomb, you got an additional 10K or some shit like that. And I started 2 minutes earlier, and my first match didn't count. And I dropped a 21 kill win. Totally tossed that
You
up.
thought you
but,
were slick, huh? Fucking white lying your way through the tournament.
So but yeah, I got the invites to the future tournaments after that, and got like I ended up. I don't even think I had made money in because I was in 3 skirmishes, and then they had that LAN event, the one in Seattle.
And you went with Benny, or no? Was that a solo one? That was a solo one. TwitchCon,
solo
the one that
event.
Morg won.
Yes, Mergoss. He so I remember being on the boat with my mom, my family, and we were out there. I had about like 5,000 in my account. I was still going to school. I was still still working in that server job, and I was like, I think I want to quit my job. I want to drop out of school, and I want to fly out to Seattle to try and do this because it was open for everybody, you know. So she like let me do it. I was like, hell yeah.
That's the beauty, bro. You hear a lot of people talk about those risks they took that specific event.
But you have to take like a majority of success comes from taking risks, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's everything. Especially the big successes that people
Bro,
have.
and the
as
way I
well.
see it too is like not only is it a risk, it's a reinvestment. You know,
because
Yeah.
that-
There's a saying that goes, "Fortune favors the bold." You know what I'm saying? For a reason. You know, like boring people don't make history. Like what is your family ethnically though? Like what is your like parent?
Wait. Let's guess.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? You getting that lightning, that thunder too, bro?
Yeah. It's lightning out for sure.
I'm gonna go with Puerto Rican.
Is that what it is?
So yeah, so you can throw a guess. I was
gonna say like Pacific Islander, like from like
So
like just-
Puerto Rican, Guatemalan on my dad's side, and then my mom's French, Canadian, Irish.
Guatemala's like the avocado shit, right?
that's
Irish?
interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's
The
a
fuck
lot
did you
of
end up
that's a lot of
Irish?
random shit.
So that's
yeah,
where you get your alcoholism.
Yes.
Okay.
I drank like a tank for sure.
Okay, so you fuck, what point were we on before we decided you're about to explain?
His mom was letting him drop out, and that's why I was like okay, like if your mom's letting you drop out, like where was like is he ethnic to have like an ethnic upbringing? Because typically like when you're like first generation here, like your parents do not let you drop out that easily. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, come on.
So my thing is like my parents split when I was 6. My dad was in the military. My mom never really had a relationship with her father. She has a little bit of a interesting upbringing as well, and she was a single mom bartending for 3 kids for like many years. You know,
So you wouldn't drink water growing up, you drink alcohol.
well, we drink water. We drank water out the hose, and I'd sit at the bar and have virgin daiquiris until I was 8, and I got a mustache. Then I started drinking.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, bro. I had a friend. She was this is in Lebanon, and she was like a family friend's niece or something, and she was raised drinking beer like from age 2, dude. So like we're sitting at this table, she's 8 years old, her fucking she's sitting down there smacking 10 beers like it's nothing.
Nah,
Dude.
no way.
Dude, Dude, it was like she drank it like it was juice. Like they wouldn't give her milk or anything when she was younger. She was just a beer drinker. And it was like, it was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. So that was you. Continue.
So, yeah, so that kind of is how it, you know, no one really graduated. So I already did 2 years. I
You
was
have
like,
siblings?
I'm gonna, yeah. I have a brother and 2 sisters.
Older?
I'm the second born.
Okay.
Yeah, one older, 2 younger.
And none of them went to college.
No, I was the first. I was actually the first out of the kids to go to college. My brother joined the military. I tried to join the military, got rejected because I got stung by one bee in my life, and
That's a
What?
thing?
it ended up working out because
That's
like
a thing?
yeah,
So
because
if you want to get in, you just say you haven't?
yeah, and they told me that too, and I was like, nah, this is I'm
Yeah.
not
Meant to
supposed to do
happen.
this.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was something that I didn't want to do. It was something I felt like I had to do.
You believe in that shit? The you know, like the
I don't
universe
believe-
is telling you.
And I'm gonna get into that because of the past 6 months, but that's after the fact. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. So, yeah, back to when she let me quit. Flew out to Seattle. My brother had just said some reckless ass shit to me that I never thought he would ever say. So I had this like whole like my mind was boggled, and
Like
I'm out
a
there in
family
Seattle.
argument kind of thing? Like
Yeah.
Like he said, you dropped out, you're never gonna fucking make it, like this is dumb, some shit like that.
some like it's just like some brother shit that like digs
Yeah.
deep, you know. And
Was it out of harm? Or was it because he cared about you?
It was something going on in his head that should have never came out
Yeah.
of his mouth. And so I'm in Seattle, headphones in. He showed me a song on the way there is Trippie Redd Taking a Walk, and that's what I was doing all through Seattle, gloomy city, just taking a walk, listening to that song on repeat. Controller in my pocket, standing in line.
Controlling my pocket, bro. I love that.
And it's pouring rain, so I got it in this raincoat. I got my controller in there. Everyone was in line for hours.
That line was like an early line, right? Because it was first come, first serve.
It was. We were out there. I think we got out there at like 4 in the morning. I was out there with this kid Ship, and this other guy who was on Mixer as well, and ended up somehow pulling it off, dude. I got this crazy trap kill in the zone back before, like when I boxed and trapped this kid before, like
boxing and trapping was
That's funny.
You always been a trapper. First you were a trapper, now you a thirst trapper.
And I died, and there's no siphon, so I died on the zone tick, and that ended up qualifying me for grands, and that was instant 6K. So I was like, oh, I did it.
Paid it
You know,
off.
I did it.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
I was like, boom. Out of the 100 that was in the finals, there's 6 controller players. So I was one of 6. Nick Merckx was in there. Aiden was in there.
Those guys will never make it.
Ecstatic, like just like you know, but that ended up just pushing me forward into like the next set of skirmishes, which fall skirmish was a crazy pop off. Like that was Tilt's first ever official Fortnite tournament. I invited him because I just believed in him. Like I scrimmed with him for his first time. We were running scrims like fiends, literally landing freaking.
Dude, the game was so fun back then.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I wasn't scrimming back
was.
then. That didn't start till like a few months before World Cup, but dude, it was fun. You could just play it for 15 to 20 hours a day, and it was like nothing.
And that's where we started beefing with like the top guys who were like throwing bigs at me. I had nicknames, fucking doggy, all this shit, you know, like people literally tearing me down, and I was just like, bro, I'm just having a great time playing this game. Like it was such a different feeling. It's so nostalgic. Like you could think back to it and it doesn't seem like Fortnite, you know, but it is.
That's such a good point, bro. That's such a good point.
It's like its own being, and it's like it'll never be. Honestly, it'll never be again. It really won't.
Bro, whenever like I hear people like talk, like whether it's in chat in real life, about like how the game is different, it's never gonna be the same, this and that. The problem is, dude, they keep like remembering what it was, and they keep wanting what it is now to be that, and it never will be, and they'll never like the game because of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It isn't. The community's different. Like everything's different, bro.
Dude,
everything.
all the OGs are gone. You know,
gone, dude. Gone.
It's
gone.
cool though, bro. It's cool because like we've lived through it. Like I feel like we're old enough where I mean, dude, there's so many other games where those OGs like FaZe, bro. Look at FaZe. Like they were the OGs of Call of Duty, you know. And then now they've like, it's gone. Those times are gone. There's people who've replaced them. They're doing their own thing now. Like it's cool to have lived through that in a game, like being behind the scene in the community and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, dude. I love it.
From the start, oh gee, I was doing prison drops in the corner, man. Like that,
No way.
dude.
The fucking prison, dude. The fucking prison.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And you couldn't build in half of it because the way there was a truck in the way. There was a fucking.
You didn't care, right? You didn't really care.
They don't
like
remember.
Now you can't build a spot. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when we couldn't build like if there's a tree in the way you couldn't fucking place some shit.
Everyone listening. Fortnite for the first year and a half, you couldn't build if there was anything in the way. Trees, you couldn't build the boxes around it even. So it was all like you had to fucking.
Let's take it back. Let's take it back even farther than that. Like season 1, 2, you couldn't. There was like a time where if you ran out of mats and wood, you had to manually switch it to the other one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It wouldn't auto switch, bro. It was crazy.
And you were clicking. There was no turbo build. So
you had to
clicking every build.
click each individual build. Yeah.
That's when Myth was good.
Yeah,
in those days, we were as controller players. We weren't even on Builder Pro, dude. We were on the shuffle through every build.
You had to shuffle from left to fucking right, 3 boxes, so you could place. Yeah.
And then Till was playing with a single tap, 1 button through all his builds. So if he wanted to go all the way back to it, he had to press it 4 times. And I wanted to get him off of so bad, but he ended up popping off in the tournament, and we got so fried the night before, dude. That freaking event. My uncle, we went out to Hooters and just like started going crazy, hookah lounge. Ended up buying some random stuff off these kids and just got absolutely toasted the night before and ended up popping off, dude.
Hey, yo, that's my people at the hookah lounge, man.
That's a vibe, dude.
Hey, you think in like your time in the Fortnite community, you're like love or hate me, like just personality? Do you think that like played any part in like your presence in the community? Like, did you feel like the people that were a part of it either loved you or hated you?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And there was only like there really was honestly a handful that like really understood me and loved me. Those are the people that talked to me. Other than that, there was a lot of people in the community who wrote my story, you know, who talked about me, this, that, and the other, with big followings and stuff like that. And that's just enough to put out. Like I'm an attraction person, you know, what you put out, you get back. And people who are like throwing negativity on you, that carries a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? And I can defend myself for whatever I can, but you have to be there to listen to it. If you're going into talking to me with a mindset of this kid is, you know, whatever the hell anyone has said about him, then that's what you're going to think unless you're capable of having your own thoughts, you know?
They're biased. They're biased.
I had fun when I played with y'all too, like, and there was always that like negative aura that was pre-built from what people say, but dude, when I played with y'all, it was like if we made it to endgame, we won every time. You know, yeah, we were always on height, dude. You were always down for shit, you know? I remember a specific game, we get fucking caddy launchered or something off height. And I end up in Storm, you're still on height. It was next to Craggy. And I fucking like clear out the low ground, you clear out the high ground, and then, I don't know, dude, we ended up winning and it was so hype. It was like a super clutch.
Oh, the energy, dude, like I just loved frying in that game. There's something about a light dose of adrenaline that you get when you're really frying late game. Little tingles in your finger, dude. Like,
yeah, and you gotta worry if someone's coming up behind you, dude, and you're like just ready. Like while you're still frying these fucks, you hear yo behind you, and then you fucking dude, it's sick. It's such a sick game.
Dude, I bet frying on controller feels way better too. Like aim assist, like type shit. You know?
Nah, you really feel like a savage, dude. Because it's you're a goonie, bro. You're a controller goonie. Like
yeah. Control and pocket, bro. Like you said, you got that motherfucking thing on you. You know
exactly. You got the thing on you. You know, everyone you're killing hates you. You know? For sure. So it's like you get like this like slight little ego when you start frying, and it just turns into pop off.
So they put out the negative aura on you. You know, big names. Why?
I
got a little something.
I got a little unlucky with scenarios with a couple top creators, especially drop spots. Now anywhere and in any drop
Dude.
spot, they're gonna be on your head.
Right.
You know, and they're gonna shit talk you and shit talk you and say all this, that, and the other. And these are top creators, all the way down to all of a sudden now I'm a stream sniper, now I'm a this, now I'm a that. So it's like building that. And the way that this scene works is if there's a top creator, you don't only have to worry about that creator, you have to worry about all the people who are watching it, because everyone is so interconnected and everyone's watching the top guys, you know? Especially early on, people were doing that. Like, I remember I was always watching it, you know, the top people, just so I could, like,
And there
I'm a
you have
student
this
of the
fucking
game.
frat boy with his hat on backwards.
And they're like, fuck this guy, dude.
Dude, you know, I remember a specific pop-off of yours at TwitchCon. You're at Paradise Palms. And you, like, I don't know, you won the game, it might have been.
The high dude. So
Yes.
that was like the first controller players in one of those big tournaments to win games.
Dude,
like,
I was like this frat guy shitting on everyone. That's what I was thinking, bro.
Dude, I think we had like, oh, I don't even know, bro. It was like a 9-banger dub. Like, that was when there was glider
huge
redeploy.
back then, bro. 9-kill dub was crazy.
We landed on
because that was when like now these Fortnite kids know, like, yo, 1 point per elim. No, back then it was like 3 kills you get 1 point, 5 kills you get 2, and 7 you get 3, and then everything after that is a point. So the fucking the 9 kill is like huge.
And we got robbed, bro. We straight up would have dropped a 20. We had no AR ammo. We're shotgunning kids, bro, from deep in the sky. Deep. Dude, we had no AR ammo. We're literally shotgunning kids from deep as fuck. And we're at like cap sky limit almost at this point. There was a kid, Soar Mac was in a 1-by, and we landed on him, took it over, and they didn't edit us down for some reason. Like, I don't know.
That wasn't a thing back then, bro.
Well, I guess plus we had redeploy, so I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I guess it really didn't matter.
That was when everyone had redeploy.
Yes, dude.
What
so
a good time. What a good time.
Hey,
and they removed that, and we all got pissed.
Yeah, on a side tangent, what was your guys' opinion on that? Because I really liked it. I liked redeploy, but they said that it made it so that good players could get across the map too quickly and fuck up bad players or something. Like, that's why they took it out. But like, did you like, if it was in game still, do you guys think it would have been better? Or like,
probably not.
You know
it was fun.
I liked it, bro.
No, because right after they created the like redeploy item thing shortly after. Which
but then they took that out. They took that, and I love that too.
Yeah,
that
was a fun item.
Plus aim nowadays, like,
yeah,
you're dead.
Yeah. But the thing is, you get, it's like a give and take where you get punished for it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a skill gap to it. You have to jump down and then click.
You gotta use it. You gotta use it situationally. You know when to use it, type shit. I miss it. I wish it was still in the game. Anyways, continue.
So
you popped off. You popped off. Fucking Sormac. You won the 9-kill dub. And that's like when your name,
that's when things really started, because I think we had like a double interview that day on the channel, which was kind of cool, because we won the heat, and then we won that game with the big thing, and we got the big boy bonus. So that was 50K split between the two of us, and that like really like made me feel comfortable and set me up for like, okay, now you're doing this, you know, like you've made some
quick money,
some solid bread, in a weekend. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, for real.
And so we're on our high horse. At that point, that's kind of when like we kept going, but at that point I was still like, my mindset was, I want to be the best. I want to be the best in the game. Like, I wasn't thinking about content. I wasn't thinking about anything. Like, that's the person I am. I'm a big dreamer. I'm somebody who's like, if I'm doing something, I want to be the best.
I can tell by the fucking dream catcher behind you.
And that tapestry's for the ladies. Let's be honest.
not in this one.
Yeah, you're right. Yo, what time were you born?
11 something in the morning.
Yeah, of course he knows. Of course he knows.
Bro. The only reason you know that is you're talking to the horoscope chicks.
Yo, and they asked me that shit, and I don't know if I should share it. That's kind of sketchy. Some girl was telling me like my whole life story after. I was like, that's kind of risky. She's like, you're gonna be wealthy, you're gonna have sick decisions, this, that, the other. I'm like, bro, you're bugging me out.
She's like, but not anymore because I casted this spell. You know what I'm saying?
Right? She's got a bowl of like all this shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna dominate you forever. Yeah, anyways.
So I ended up not duoing with him anymore. and started duoing with Benny, who I met through Innocence, and I actually wanted to duo with Innocence.
Oh shit, you went from Tilt to Benny, which were also kind of like fratty a little. No.
Yeah, a pinch, and especially
A bitch.
no, yeah, I definitely showed Benny that lifestyle recently. He's but and it's crazy because so we started getting I was in contact with FaZe at this point. Tilt was talking to them as well, and then
How did that happen? People always like to know, like, what?
so
How
they
hit
had
you up? How does that all work? Or
I was in contact with back at that time I was in contact with 2 orgs, and it's crazy because like I had no no other orgs other than these 2, and these were the 2 orgs that I like were my dream orgs, and it was 100 Thieves and FaZe. Those are the only orgs I was in contact with, except for like a couple like really low
but
tiers.
why'd they hit you up? Because you won that game, basically.
It was even after that. Like me and Benny had top 5s and Share the Love after that. And that was like the warm up for it was pretty much like the preseason for the So like we were getting top 5s. We had like multiple top 5s like weeks in a row. And so they kind of believed in us, plus being a controller duo and everything. And like that was the hype around it. Like
that's the FaZe thing too.
People wanted to sign controller controller talent in the pro community because it was like, it has this whole other fan page that people believe.
The community on controllers crazy.
Yeah, bro. The YouTube communities around controller were nuts, bro. Crazy.
That's like one thing that play your cards right. Everything in life's a lesson. You miss out on opportunities. There's things that happen, but like you take it all as lessons. And like that, like I said, I wasn't focused on that. I was just focused on trying to be the best. It was like get on the game, play.
Boom. You look at Nick Merckx and Aiden and shit now, and you think that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you look at the people who took that time and all that, and that's one thing that I want to get into when it comes to FaZe is like I wish I was almost nurtured into that because they have so much knowledge in that space, and that's not something that I'm familiar with. And I'll dabble in that a little bit, but so they ended up. It's crazy. So we were in calls and contact with them for about like 3 months. It's a long process when it comes to a team like that. You're in and out of calls and stuff, and they're getting to know you and checking out your background and stuff, all kinds of things. And it ended up working out. My old duo and my new duo both ended up joining, same class, all of us. Like it was just like a beautiful thing to see because I love both of them, and I didn't want any hard feelings with Tilt. Like he's always been there. Like me and him were in calls every day talking about it. I'm a big person who believes in manifestation.
Yeah.
So if you could think it like it can come, abracadabra, the whole jazz. So I attack that in a different way. People think of manifestation and think like, okay, say this is my dream, right, or my goal. I want to join FaZe. It's a set of words, but that set of words means nothing unless you attack it at every single angle. What's gonna happen when am I doing this? Am I doing that? Every possible outcome after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what we were doing, and we were getting calls every day talking about it, and then all of a sudden it came to reality, and we ended up joining, and that was crazy. No, that was definitely.
How was that whole process? Did they hit you up and then fly you out, and then you agreed to it? Did they? What you guys talk over the phone?
My experience with them is like. It was like that girlfriend that is bad, She's bad, but she's not giving you the attention that you really want. Yeah. But she lets you hit every once in a while. When you hit, it's juicy. You know what I'm saying? That's like the best. That's like the best analogy I can think of.
That is a really good analogy, actually.
Because we see the FaZe is a family side of FaZe, where like it's all those OGs and they're all rolling together, bro. But like we never see what happens to the FaZe 5 dudes that join, the ones that aren't at the fucking mansion in LA with fucking Summer Rae. Like what is happening to the rest of the FaZe dudes?
And there came a point where I was in it where I was like, that is something that I would love to experience because I think I can thrive in that and
I think you
grow
would've.
in that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
100%.
I never got the opportunity to go.
Did you
Which
ask?
I didn't.
You don't want to force yourself in there.
Yeah, it was more so like, you know, there were people who got invited over when things happened, like Tilt went to go see it and stuff like that. Like me and Benny never went out there. They flew us out to a boot camp out in Long Island, which is the G Fuel house, for the World Cup. But like I didn't get to experience that. I got to see all them in New York City for the World Cup. But it's just a matter of like, you know, I'd rather be like looking back, I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond versus
Yeah, yeah.
that like at the bottom of the barrel. And obviously there's things that I needed to do to work my way up, but I also wanted a little bit of a nurturing experience to where I could grow and develop into this space that I'm not familiar with. And
Right, and instead you were just getting a check and representing them.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like is it a name or is it something that like we growing together?
I think they sell you the dream though. If you're not like a big content creator that they could get a lot off of, if you're just like somebody that places a lot, somebody that plays competitive decently, I think you have to keep winning. You just have to keep winning, bro, and keep winning, and then that's when they start taking you a little bit more seriously. Because I feel like that's eventually what started happening when they picked up like bigger creators, but yeah, like the smaller fellas or the ones that don't have like that much reach, I mean, I know a lot of dudes on FaZe that are on FaZe, but like, are they on FaZe? You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah. And there were kind of times where I felt like that, unfortunately, and you know, like I missed out on like a couple merch drops and stuff that I was seeing like people getting.
Oh, they
and
wouldn't send you them?
Well, I got a lot, but there were like certain ones that me and Benny both missed out on, and we're looking at like, you know, other people in our class even getting them, and it's like, are we like expendable or like, you know, what
Yeah.
you know, what's kind of the deal?
It
And
makes
like
you feel like you're not. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not here to like rag on anybody. I love all of them. I love what they
100%.
do. But
Just
you know, that's
explaining how
just
it was.
that's the real of it, you know.
It's how it made you feel.
And,
Like you're part of the team and you're seeing all these other people get shit.
and this
like
is something I haven't even spoke on since I've been released. I haven't even touched on any of this, you know. And I'm gonna keep it like, you know, I'm gonna keep it low like this. But
well, no, because I have a question to ask at the end of you talking about the face stuff.
Yeah,
Is this
and
the end? Or is there a little more? I see a little more.
They were. I had
juicy once you hit.
Yeah, I mean there has to be more, bro, because that really is like a thing that isn't spoken about a lot. Like, because a lot of people they join FaZe, they have that experience, and they want to believe to themselves that it was a positive one, just because that's how it's seen. Like, that's how it's seen in the whole. Yeah, you're the whole community. Like, you're not gonna be the one that was on FaZe and hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a weird opinion to have. Almost, you know, it's almost like you don't want it to be that.
Well,
you
also,
want it to be a positive. You know,
I don't think Diggy's someone who. Sorry, I don't think Diggy's someone who like hates things. You don't look like someone who regrets experiences.
Yeah, bro. And I just want to say, I really think that you would have vibed with like the IRL content side of shit, because you fit like their brand almost. You know what I'm saying?
And like the lifestyle and gaming.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The blend, which is like what I always what it was for me in general, what gaming always was for me. It was lifestyle and gaming, like coming home from practice, boom, I'm firing up and we're frying, and then, you know, let's just keep it going. And so within my contract, I was I won 2 tournaments, like a cash cup and
that was big back then. Cash cups were big back then.
And the winter Royale week 1 with Mars OW. So those are the placements I had, and then I started off like not placing as much, and that's when I started to like kind of feel like maybe this is where I start to transition into the content. Yeah, like the content aspect thing. And I was always firing up my stream, but I wasn't invested in it. Like I was like, here guys, I'm going to put on a show for you guys. I'm going to play. I mean, I was scrimming like a lot, especially with Mars towards that period. Like we were scrimming, we were playing everything. No matter what scrims were going on, we were scrimming all day, like 10 hours. And that's late. Like a lot of people stopped scrimming and like we're like on and off. And then once I stopped placing, I was thinking about that transition, and that's when I started to figure out that like, hey, next 30, 60 days, this is no longer going to be a thing.
The FaZe?
Yeah.
So
So boom.
So how does that happen? Someone hits you up. And
You get a very confusing phone call. It's how it
No
happened.
way.
Yeah, out the blue. And then so now I'm streaming every day, and people are coming and showing love for FaZe. Something that I know I'm not going to be a part of.
And it's hard for you to show.
Yeah, it's weird. That is weird.
Like it was a super awkward time.
Awkward.
For me.
Yeah.
Hella awkward, dude. And like you're just like being like, you know, whatever about it.
Like, yo, thanks, bro. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
That was a year. That was 2 years in, right?
I believe it was a year and a half.
Is that what your contract was? A year and a half? How does
Halfway
that work?
through.
Okay, yeah. So how does that work?
Through.
Because
Yeah, dude,
because,
I want to hear what this phone call was. Like what was confusing about it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, also
It was
on
just
that note,
confusing 'cause
sorry, before you continue, because this is very crucial. On that note, I want to know, because what we hear always is FaZe the family. Nobody ever really leaves FaZe. Like that's what people think. Nobody ever really leaves FaZe. So
2010 till forever.
yeah. So how does that fucking work?
Like I said, it was very confusing. It still kind of is a bit confusing. It was just like, hey, like this pretty much isn't working out. Like, you know, in 30 days, like, or 45 days, whatever it was, it'll be done. You know, Benny got the same call, Tilt as well, and like
Same time.
it was just kind of it was just kind of
Did
like,
you all
boom.
hit each other up about it like right after?
Yeah, because so the biggest thing was Till. It's crazy because he's still living in the G Fuel house, which was with thieves and dirty in them. So I was surprised to see that he was as well, because you know, he's in a house with them and he's doing things and all that. But no, yeah, because we ended up calling Till because we were like, is you know, he's been to the house, he's met the people, he's done all that, and then he ended up telling us the same thing. So yeah, it was just kind of out the blue. I don't know if they were you know, clearing for something or someone or whatever was coming, but yeah, and it kind of sucked. The timing was horrible. It was like fucking, you know, COVID and all that shit. So like early on in that. So no, yeah, it was pretty dust.
How can they do that halfway through the contract without a reason?
They can, you can't. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, it's probably
It's a clause, bro. Yeah, it's a clause, man. 100%.
Everything's within reason, you know. And definitely something I could look back on and look into, but further, because I was actually speaking about it and thinking about it, but you know, I take it as a lesson, man. I take it as a lesson.
Do they tell you you're allowed to represent the team without pay? Because that's what we always wondered too, is
good question.
All these
Great
people
question.
are repping FaZe forever. Who's actually still getting paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do they give you that option when you get that phone call? They say, listen, we're dropping you off payroll. You still want to be part of the FaZe family. Like, you can represent it. You know, no one's going to tell you no.
So I wasn't given that option.
Really?
Whoa.
That wasn't something that was spoken about. I was spoken to about, you know, possible trades to other orgs, and I'm not sure if that was just
that's
something
definitely bullshit, because if they were just dropping you, why would they sell you?
Yeah, something to make me. It was like, it might have just been something to try and comfort me or make me feel better or whatever. And nothing ended up reaching out. So it was just like, boom, that was done, and I was. If you want to touch on anything else,
yeah, if you have something specific, go ahead.
I was just gonna get into like kind of what happened after that, just like lightly. Started streaming. After that, I had like this. At this point, I'm probably 3 years. For the person that I am, and the person that, like, you know, who loves to be out and all this stuff, I'm 3 years inside, 10 hours a day, sitting at the setup. I started getting like a little bit toxic and like losing my light a little bit, you know, like all these things are happening. You know, there's no places out that are open and stuff like that. And I got like in a little bit of a rut, and I was streaming, and then I was still playing the tournaments and stuff, and I was just getting like, I was getting angry at my teammates and stuff for underperforming, and maybe even myself. And I remember like every time I would walk out of a tournament, I would have this like just like cloud in my head, bro, and I'd be like,
was this
like,
after we played?
Yeah.
Okay, because when we played, you weren't like that. You were very like even if I wanted to play a cash cup with somebody else, it was never weird. It was like you were very, you know, it was a very adult. Like it was cool. Like we're all older. We want to try shit. It was just we're there to vibe and have fun.
It was kind of like a, you know, this has to work kind of thing, and
it's not working.
And it's not working.
Yeah.
So like, it was a frustrating thing for me to go through, especially like missing out on teammates. Like I had chose to play with Hogman and Benny when I could have played with, and this is like future recent, not like OG Hogman, Benny, and me. This is like newer, and I decided not to play with Mars and Nexi, who I was very comfortable with, to play with them. Off. And then they fucking pop off, and I know that me and Nexi, he comes from my Zone Wars, this guy, you know, like that's like where we go back, and like I knew that could have hit, and I missed it on that. And then me, Hogman, and Benny ended up splitting because I told Hogman he didn't know how to use the grappler.
He didn't use the grappler.
I was like, you don't know how to fucking use the grappler. And he was like, why don't you worry about your own gameplay? And then we ended up splitting, and pretty much it was just like rocky, and I fell out of love for it entirely. And just like literally one day just stopped, bro. I just stopped playing. I was like, this is making me toxic. I lost my light. Like, I feel dull. Like I feel like a dull human being, and that's not what I ever want to feel like, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's too much. Like I have too much energy and you know, too much
passion.
Yeah, for life in general, dude. That like I can't let something like this dim me. You know, I put 3 years into it. I found a lot of successes. I did things that kids fucking dream of.
Built cool connections too, bro. Yeah.
Yep. Like all that is there, and it was a beautiful experience worth having. And there's lessons involved within it, of course, all the way down to what happened with FaZe, all the way down to everything. You know, like now moving forward, I will never let anybody take advantage of my worth. I understand who I am and what I can do, and
do you feel like they took advantage of your worth?
They didn't know my worth. They didn't know my full potential.
Is that your fault or theirs?
I'd say a combination of both. Maybe the lack of communication has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And of course there's things I'm never playing the blame game. You know?
Sure. No, like, I know. I'm not saying you are.
Like
I'm playing the blame game.
Yeah, like I mean, even no matter what it is, dude, like I will be honest with myself, you know, like,
and I can tell that you're not like lying to yourself. You're not white lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
there's things I could have done, but you know, there's things they could have done. And at the end of the day, like, I can think about them, but like, are they thinking about me right now? You know?
Yeah.
Probably not. And that's just the way it works, man. It's business, and whether you call it business, family, whatever, like it's a full-fledged functioning business, and they're doing very well for themselves. And I was, you know, it's a blessing to be a part of that regardless, no matter what. And I just wish I got a little more insight on the whole atmosphere. But
did you have a lawyer read through your contract before you signed it, or no?
Personal, and it's just one of those things that's so exciting, and you feel you don't feel like they're gonna do you wrong. And you feel like it's life changing. Like no matter, like how I saw it is, even if I'm there, dude, even if I'm there for a year, like, dude, that's a life, that they are so involved and interconnected within the space that, like, what are you gonna do, you know?
Right.
Like you got to look at it.
you're not gonna not take the opportunity. Like, there's no way in fuck you don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to see where the road ends. You know, you have to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 1,000 followers on Instagram at the time, and like, and whatever on Twitter with this many viewers on my stream. Like, if you see that, you take it, and it's just like kind of how it is. And people like to think like, oh, like, you know, this, that, and the other, but like, I didn't get done dirty. Like, I got an opportunity. Maybe it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but at the end of the day, dude, like, that's an opportunity. And whether I capitalize on it to the max or not, you know, that's just something to look back on and something to move forward
and
with.
Such
Lessons
a great
to be learned. Yeah.
Such a great perspective on life.
100%. 100%.
You don't live with
100%.
regret. A lot of people live with regret, and it
that's
fucks them up.
That's one thing that my mom said to me recently, and it really hit me because I'm somebody who, like, a touch turns to gold kind of person, you know? When my back's against the ropes, like, the most amazing things come. And recently, after all this, I've been on like a crazy bender, bro. Like, I'm talking like a 6-month bender, like 5 days a week.
Like getting hammered?
Yeah, going out every day, like numb. Like,
how do you support that?
So, I had a solid lump sum.
Okay.
And I stocks and stuff like that. I've been doing well in, and it's honestly dwindling down to this point. And I'm pretty much putting my all into this project that's coming forward.
What is that?
And so we're dropping an album.
Okay.
We're dropping an album, which is
nice.
Who's we?
So me and my future self.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the hero. I'm always chasing the hero. The future version, like, my hero's cracked, bro. He's on a whole nother level, dude. Like, he's in the stars, man. And I'm chasing that person every single day, dude. Like, attacking it from every angle. I've lived this podcast in my mind, you know, like that's what I do, dude. I'm a big man. I live 75% of my life in the future, like, literally just manifesting and thinking.
Right.
You know, like, I'm signing autographs, I'm doing all this stuff, you know, in my mind. Like, that's just how you have to attack it, you know. And that's kind of been like the past 6 months for me. And I refound this passion that I had, which is music. And I used to dabble in music. I've always been a dancer. I've always done like things like that. I've been on stages and did that, and especially in the college years.
Stop acting like you did that. You brought that piano just so you had a backdrop for the podcast.
I'm actually learning it. I'm not that good.
Yeah.
So with this, like, I started going to karaoke, and like, that just unlocked this thing. I had a spiritual awakening in December, and it had to do with the stars and this passage and inserts that someone gave me from his grandfather in World War II. Like, everything aligned. And like we were talking about earlier, when the universe speaks to you, like, when the universe speaks to you, listen. And it's been an undeniable force is telling me to do this. And it's like, I had this crazy shroom trip after the fact. And I started dabbling in music. I made my first song, I wrote my first song the first day of the new year. My friend showed me a beat. He was like, dude, you'll love this. I instantly wrote the hook for it, and that's my single for the album. It's called Mama I'm Faded. So it's Mama I'm Faded, I Promise I'm Changing is the concept of it. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting fucked up, but I'm gonna do all the things that I said I'm gonna do, you know, like the promises that I made, the dreams that I have. I'm gonna chase that.
Are you close with your mom?
Oh, she's my best friend. She saved my life when I was 4 years old. Drowned in the ocean, and yeah, I shouldn't be here without her. So yeah, I owe everything to her. But yeah, so I refound this passion through karaoke, and it was like all the way down to the bartenders are texting me, come to the bar, like, you have to come, and like, you're changing the energy in the bar.
Yeah, like, set the vibe. Yeah.
And I'm like, I started like refining this passion that I always had, because I ran away from music, and then the gaming thing happened, so I completely forgot about it entirely. And like, the biggest thing for me is performance. Like, when I'm on that stage, I go somewhere else, dude. I don't know what it is. Like, I can close my eyes, I get super theatrical, and I feel like everybody around me, it all comes into like we're all just one being that is just vibrating. And so that shroom trip, that's like kind of where I had this, like I had an ego death, dude. I
don't know what that is. So Edwin knows more about that shit. Can you explain like
ego death is gnarly?
What is it?
I no longer fear the judgment of others, which is
it literally means like your ego is you die, like your ego dies. That's what that like straight up. I mean that's what it is. Yeah, if you don't fear the judgment of others, it's because you don't have like,
that's putting it too simply. I think that there's a range of how that makes different people feel. Like ego death means almost like a slightly different thing to everybody that has it, if that makes sense. Like you experience that epiphany differently, if that makes sense.
So it kind of refound like purpose for me and like why I'm here. Like all the way down to like I put my purpose on my fingertips, spread love, spread light. Like I'm here for the people and I understand that. And when I was on shrooms,
when he's fingering a chick, he's like, love is inside of you. Take my light.
I use these
spread. You go, girl.
So I was just talking to.
Are you into dudes? Sorry, I might have.
Nah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I mean, I was gonna ask you on a date, but anyways.
So I was talking to like all these people in a bar, and I felt like we were all we're made of the same thing, and we're all interconnected by like a web of wavelength based off of vibrations. And that's just how I felt. The more people I talk to, and the more people that can understand your presence, the more you become to exist. And like, I started carrying that forward into now. I take my days and I go into every single gift shop. I talk to every single owner of every place, and I talk to everybody. I wave, I say hi, and they all wave back. And you start to notice that, like, when those days occur, I start to feel like I'm like floating a quarter inch above the ground. Like I'm fulfilling my purpose. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That music and performance and just like changing the tides in people's days and making people like excited to be here. Like that has been everything for the past 6 months. And that's just been what I've been doing, just really pushing forward. And
what is it that you're supposed to be doing?
Just like as like I'm here for the people, spread love, spread light. And it's super noticeable in person when I'm like when you walk in a room, like make it known, like noticeable when you leave, when you're gone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the energy changes. Yeah,
to the point where they're calling you to come when you're not there. Like that's the impact that I've been having recently. And it's just been like a little bit of a spiral, but it's like anybody who's in art, like drinking and getting those numbing feelings, like they coexist within each other, dude. Like there's just some kind of inspiration that comes, especially when it comes to putting the pen to the paper, that like being hungover the next day, sitting in the sun, fresh off of morning bowl pack, like the words come to you, you know? What's
a morning bowl pack?
A morning bowl pack?
Oh, bowl pack. Bowl pack. I didn't hear you say it. I was like, what the fuck is a bowl pack?
Yeah, we're almost late for this podcast because Arab had to hit his morning bull pack, to be honest.
Nah, I don't.
What do you mean? Well, okay, never mind. He wants to keep it DL. My bad.
Nah, dude. Do I look stoned?
Yeah.
No,
I'm sober. So yes, so summer album, big vibe, something I'm super excited for, dude. Like this is like the first time that I've fallen in love with music that I've made. Like to the point where you're listening to something.
Play a song right now. Play a little bit of the.
Yeah. So should I do it? What, just from the phone?
Just through the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this right here is my my single, Mama I'm Faded.
This is the first ever. People are gonna take this. They're gonna post the unreleased Diggy. Is that your artist name, Diggy?
No. So.
Before you start.
R.I.P. Diggy.
That's your name?
No.
Oh, do you have a song called R.I.P. Diggy?
No, but
that would be a sick song.
Yeah. So the album name is an acronym for my name. My real name is Kolbe, Kolbe, and
that's how KC. That's what KC is in your name, Diggy KC.
Kolbe Cordon, yeah,
okay.
First and last name initials. So I'm actually gonna do a full switch to to my name, because I feel like Diggy almost is becoming kind of a negative entity because of all the negativity that was drawn towards it. So I want to, represent who I am. And when I was on that trip, I'm a very intuitive person, and I think it has something to do with the life or death experience I had when a kid. I've seen the future, like the future version of myself, come in contact with it before, like, premonitions, whatever you want to say or believe in. But I was having a conversation with this girl on the back patio, and
Your back patio.
no, of a bar while I was tripping.
Her back patio.
and she asked me what my name was. I was like, my name is Kolbe. And instantly in my mind, I'm like, what does that mean? And then out loud, she said, what does that mean? And the first thing that came out of my mouth was King of Love Beyond Everything. So that's the album name. And it's an acronym for my name, self-named album. And it just comes from that experience that I had. And here's the freaking tune. Mom Faded. Can you hear it?
No.
This shit slaps.
Let me turn the gain up.
Damn, you make this?
Right. You know it?
No.
No, it's your noise. It's your noise gate, bro. You got a noise gate. You got either the volume on the phone needs to be like maxed, or you need to turn down the noise gate.
Do I run for a speaker? 0.5 seconds?
But we can hear him, bro.
Who?
Why would it be annoying? We can hear you perfectly. Are you sure it's coming out of your phone, bro?
No, yeah, it is.
Try it again. Try it one more time. Get it real close to the. Yeah, that's a good point, Arab.
Dude, it's like the decibels that it's releasing or some shit, like the pitch.
Yeah.
Bro, I can get a speaker in 2 seconds.
Do it. Get a speaker,
Yeah,
bro.
do it.
I'm actually stoked to
I'm actually stoked to hear this, bro.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I like his energy a lot.
He's cool, dude. Diggy's cool. He's got the vibes.
He's a real vibe, for sure.
But he has
sure.
a wireless headset and he didn't take it with him, so we should talk like mad shit about him. Or actually, you know what we should do while we're here, while we're raiding the middle? We have a vlog channel. That's crazy that we do shit other than just the long form podcast. If you guys fuck with the vibes of the podcast, there's a vlog channel
Absolutely.
up there.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, nice speaker, dude.
Yeah.
I might do it as a giveaway for the album. Can you hear that?
No, it's distorted, bro. It won't do you justice. Don't even. It won't do us justice.
Hey, but you know what though? I think everyone listening is like, all right, dude. Like now, like I kind of want to hear this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I kind of got like some of the melody, like
Wait,
in the
fix your
distortion,
mic
and
again.
it sounds good.
You changed it, right? Oh, okay, never mind. It's back. You're good. You're good.
Let's turn the gain down a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's the song.
That was a good song, bro.
Have you always been musically inclined, like from an early age?
So yes, dancing, standing in front of the TV was like, I mean, it's in my bloodline. Honestly, I had people on my mom's side of the family who played in bands, bass, lead singers, and like, it's just always been inside of me. That's like the passion. That's the purpose. Like, what am I here for? When I close my eyes, and like that is what I'm thinking of all the time. And that's the thing that I like inspire people to chase, is that one thing that you're always thinking of. You know, because that's what's divine inspiration and divine intervention is what I like to think of it as. You know, like the one thing that something's telling you to do all the time, no matter what, even if you're afraid of it. Like you just have to do. You can't fear the judgment of others, because then at the end of the day, when you're on your ends days, and all those untapped potentials are around you that you never did because you were afraid of like not chasing that one thing that you always think of, the thing that you were meant to be here for, then you're gonna live with regret. And that's what I wanted to touch on that my mom said, is she said the biggest thing I'm afraid of is that you're gonna live with regret. And that's why I like this switch flipped in my head, and I said, I don't care if
When did she say that?
This was probably about 4 months ago, right when I started getting into writing this album, making music, and like remaking music again, because I had dabbled in it before, like I said, but yeah, now that's just been the primary focus, you know, like working on the keyboard, working on the guitar, just trying to like fine tune myself so that I could become the greatest performer of all time. Because at the end of the day, like performance and delivery is where I thrive. Like I just that's everything for me. And I mean, we got music videos in the works. We got promo videos in the work. Like all
Are
kinds.
you
of, like,
releasing a single before the album comes out?
Yes. So the single was the one I was just gonna show you.
And it's out already?
No. So it's not out. I want to drop it with a visual, with a music video. So
Where are you living right now? Florida, right?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
at?
up by
No
Daytona.
way. Oh, that's sick. That's cool.
How
It's
far
the
is
other
that?
coast. It's the
Okay.
other coast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
not taking another far trip, man.
Real quick, I want to touch on something that you said about like the like when you're on your end days, bro. There's like this saying that I really subscribe to, which is, you know, the fact that when you die, there's only enough room for one person in that casket, and that person's opinions and that person's life, and that's you. So you have to make sure that you're happy with how you lived it, because that's it, man. It's just you in there, you know. And
100%.
and I really and I fuck with you because I feel like that level of clarity, it might seem cheesy to some people because they haven't gotten there yet, but I think that eventually everyone does get there. I feel like to be like a real pure level of happiness with what you do and passionate about your life and stuff, you kind of you get there eventually, bro. You know, like we're talking about ego deaths and how everyone experiences it differently, bro. Like I had one like a year ago, and I speak really passionately about this because I feel like it happens to people and they don't know what just happened to them, and they don't know how to take it. And basically, like I had like this whole thing where I was like, damn, dude, like, you know, I've been doing this for years. Like, is this really what I want to do? Like, I kind of like I have really long hair. Like, I'm playing this character. Like, is this really who I am? This and that. And it was like a lot of self-doubt filled thoughts. Like, and then after the fact, you find out that those negatives are usually real intrusive thoughts. You know, like things that you don't think about yourself, you think that other people think about them, like about, you know what I'm saying? Like it's what you're projecting other people's opinions on yourself in the form of self-hatred, and you don't even realize that that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
And the craziest thing about that is, like I got this crazy perspective off of, like you, even between us three in this call, me and Arab can both look at you, but we both view as an entire different person. We have our own conscience, we have our own mind, we have our own perspective on life based off upbringing, based off just who we are as people.
Yeah,
like,
contextually, yeah.
Now all the way down to every single person in the world. There's not a single
like 7 million. Like that's a lot.
There's not a single two set of people that see you, that see you the same, and it's crazy because what then what does it matter what they think,
bro? And then another thing that I learned too, like now that like I'm a little bit older, and like, you know, I'm on Facebook, I see like people getting married, like doing this and that.
Oh, he was on Facebook too.
Dude, shut up. You really realize, I think, when you get a little older, that no one gives a fuck what you're doing. Nobody cares, bro. All the people from high school, all the people that you work with, all those people, they have their own fucking problems, bro. Yeah. They don't have shit figured out. And the 3 minutes, the 2 minutes, the couple seconds that they would take out of their day to talk shit about what you do is probably a projection of the fact that they're not doing something that it's making them happy, and they just shit on you. Bro, I have a friend that makes music, and he's not very good at it. It's not very good. You know, like just objectively, subjectively, whatever. I know music's art and, you know, whatever, but yeah, from my perspective, it's not very good. But people shit on him like in our little friend group, and I always yell at them. I'm like, bro, the first thing you ever made wasn't the dopest. The first thing you ever made wasn't your best. I was like, so you shitting on this kid for like what he wants to do is fucked up, because maybe he'll take your words to heart and stop because of you. You know?
Yeah. So what he's trying to tell you is like that first album you just dropped and you showed us, not your best fan. From the bits we heard, it sounded a little too robotic.
It's all about where we're going. Yeah, it's all about where we're going.
Yeah, but like I said, dude, I think it's pretty important eventually to have that epiphany, bro. I think it really is, because it helps you live a fulfilling life. Because that whole thing where you were like, I wake up with purpose, I wake up, you know, with this being my ideology. I think that's very important, because a lot of people live life aimlessly, in the sense that they just kind of pursue the same. they pursue the same thing that everyone tells them that they should pursue, and they pursue the same thing that everyone's like posting on social media, and that changes all the time. So like if you don't find your own personal direction and what makes you happy, you will always be chasing like what everyone else is chasing and not knowing why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take the road less traveled, bro. Make the risks, and freaking life's a gamble. I wrote this in a song. Life's a gamble, but I'll double down exactly where I'm standing. Because when you bet on yourself, who else are you gonna bet on?
Yeah,
You're betting on yourself when you're taking these risks and doing these things that like. I mean, I watch things where like some of the most prominent people in history failed 1,000 times before they did one thing that people talk about.
Oh my god!
Like.
Dude. Real quick, my favorite story of that exact example is KFC, bro. Did you know that
I thought you were going to say like John Wilkes Booth or something.
No, listen. The KFC, listen. Colonel Sanders, bro, he hated his life, dude. He had a shit life. He was a failed everything, had very little successes in his life, to the point where he was going to kill himself, right?
And they fried a chicken.
No, listen, he was going to kill himself, like straight up. He was like, I'm out. He's like, I don't like this. And he was like older. He was like, dude, I want to say like 50, 60, right? And he was like, I'm out, bro. This sucks. Fuck this. I haven't won anything in my life. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a decent meal. I'm gonna have some friends over, whatever. So he made some. I swear to God, this is a real story. He made fried chicken, and they're all like, damn, dude, this shit be slapping. And this isn't sponsored, by the way. Yeah. And then they're like, bro, like low key, like, yeah. They're like, low key, bro, you should like sell this shit or something. This shit slaps like really hard. And so this motherfucker was like, you know what? I'll give that a shot. So he sold this shit door to door, eventually became KFC Colonel Sanders, and now he'll never die. Now he's immortalized as Colonel Sanders. But the point is, he did nothing with his entire life up until that last little bit of it, bro. But you know, he was right at the end there, and it's tough, bro. But you just gotta make it there, man. You just gotta make it through all the bullshit, and eventually you'll get it. You know, you'll make your own legacy. That's the point, you know.
And there was a set of 2 words that this guy told me, and it stuck in my head so hard. I was like, dude, no, like you're right. And it's just literally because why not? Like when you're thinking about doing something and all these things that you want to do, aspirations, whatever, like why not? And when you really think about it, like it's simple, but it's like it really is simple. Like why not? Ask yourself the question, why not?
Those were the words?
Like that was it. Like why not do it, essentially, is like why not try? It's because like there should be no reason. There should be no reason why you shouldn't try to do something that you want to do. And it's just because like why not? If you can't answer that question to yourself, then like you have to do it. You gotta go for it, man.
You know, it's crazy you say that. There was there's like this speech that we had to give in 5th grade. It was like a writing exercise, and we had to explain it in front of the whole lower school. Anyways, it was like, why me, why not, was the premise.
Remember that shit till today.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And there was this one kid that gave a speech about how he was like adopted and like why me, and then you know how he dealt with it or whatever. And it was like he twisted it into something really good. But it was just cool to, you know, why not? So
yeah. Why not?
Are you happy?
Oh yeah. So I got my light back. I got my spark back. And I'm just loving every day at this point, just going out and experiencing life to the fullest again, man. Like things are beautiful, like simply beautiful. Once I lost the fear of judgment, I can go and I could talk to anybody. Like I'm literally walking on sunshines and rainbow, man. Like, and what I'm putting out, I'm getting back, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And I hope, like, I have high hopes for the things moving forward, and I always chase. I'm just such a big dreamer that like that is the only thing that tilts the present happiness, is chasing the future happiness. Which what I feel as if you're chasing your purpose, then that is what it's going to be to truly be happy. And you know, that day, that I'm waiting for the day. So.
Yeah, I mean, you say you talk to like you talk to anybody. I notice, because I do this very often, you know, I just compliment random people on shit, and it makes you feel great. Like it makes you feel great, it makes them feel great. Just like on the simplest shit, like, hey, I really like your hair today, and you walk like as you're walking by, and they're like, what? And then like afterwards, like that's
feels
cool.
good.
You know, and that's why I could never leave. That's why I could never leave this place. Like in Florida specifically, is there's a lot of people that are more open to conversation rather than some of the other places I've lived in. Where it's like
you don't like New York,
oh
man?
my god, dude, it's crazy that you just said that as an example because I was about to say New York as the complete opposite, bro.
Like you wave at them and they look at you like you have 3 heads.
They're like, what? They're like, what the fuck?
my ex lived in New York, and when I first did that, she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What do you mean? I'm just complimenting somebody." She's like,
"Don't do that."
She's like, "Yeah, this is New York. Like, they could pull a gun out and shoot you." I was like, "What?" Like, you know, like that's so intense. Like, I just said, I like your jacket.
They're like, "Yeah, well, I like yours, kid. Give it to me." You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Run it.
Yeah.
Dude, New York's crazy, man. Fuck, like, I don't understand how people live there. Over here, people are so friendly. Like, they're so down to. It's like people come here to retire and relax.
Yeah, I was living there for 2 years and definitely came here after and never going anywhere again.
You moved here with Benny, right?
Yeah, me and Benny moved here. We got a spot
still together
about a year ago. Yeah.
Okay, still y'all best friends, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we're vibing for sure.
Yeah.
He's been grinding the GTA RP.
Yeah, he's streaming it too.
And he has not been.
That's
as of recently. And
you know,
then I've just been going out.
I always wondered why people grind GTRP without content.
I'm not streaming it. Yeah, I don't get it.
At least Rip talks.
You haven't been streaming, have you? Like you don't really.
I haven't really sat at this setup and like played games in about 6 months.
Right.
Diggy, is your plan to change your Twitter to Kolbe or?
Yeah, so okay. I'm gonna do a full switch and then just probably put a video out about RIP Diggy and
you at least have the handle already or no?
What I want to have it as?
Yeah.
Yeah, just first last name straight up.
Yeah, but do you have it?
Everything. I don't have it like set. No.
Go make it because this podcast comes out. This podcast comes out in 6 hours.
I thought you were gonna say 6 minutes.
No.
Like what?
Nah, this podcast comes out today.
Okay, cool.
Yo, actually, I just took that so like if you want it, I'll sell it to you for like $10.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, that's how they are too. That's how they are.
Yeah,
right?
they are. Yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, took this.
So I'll do that. I'll just do that full switch and freaking send it over to you in DMs.
I love that. I love that we just forced him to full switch. We just killed Diggy.
Yeah, he's done.
R.I.P. Diggy. That was a cool name though. I like that too. You should make a song called that,
bro. That'd be a sick song, Diggy. Bro.
Yeah,
and nobody outside of like people in music would be like, whoa, like that's a cool name. That's a cool name for a song. R.I.P. Diggy. And if that shit bangs, like you make a song about how you stumbled upon gaming, built success.
But listen, I have a request. If you ever make a song called R.I.P. Diggy, at some point you gotta be like something. Yeah, I was a brand risk, like blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just throw it in there.
I'm good with
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm thinking like a line about like FaZe, the FaZe. Or my family turned their back on me or something, like some like
no. You gotta be like y'all like the negativity can't phase me, like blah blah blah.
Oh,
I got. Yeah, it's in there.
But in the lyrics,
let me be a ghostwriter or a feature, dog. Come on.
But in the lyrics, FaZe isn't spelled PHASE, it's spelled FAZE.
On Genius, I wanted to show it like that.
You make a video with the yellow next to you and the white.
That'd be cool.
Can't phase me,
bro. Listen, I really hope, and I personally will manifest your success because I think that you're a positive person, and I think that I really enjoy people that have messages like yours because I feel like a lot of people are lost in this world when it comes to their own purpose, their own priorities and shit. And dude, people really live in the future, man. They don't live in now. They live in the future. They live in the past. They don't really like enjoy like their current life,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So that's cool, bro. I fuck with you a lot, actually, a lot. That's cool.
Appreciate that. Hey, I'm close. If we're ever,
dude, I was gonna say, look, I'm not trying to send you into a bender again. I'm really not. But I will say, there is an event coming up that we throw locally, me like our friends and us, and dude, I'm gonna hit you up for sure. I actually just followed you on Twitter, so I'll be
I
hitting
just
you up for sure.
unfollowed you since Diggy's gone.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Remember, it's gonna be switched.
You don't have my
Hey, but
number,
listen-
Diggy? Do you have my number?
Phone number?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'll shoot you it after this.
Hey, but listen, but like if you come down, bro, like we're send mode, bro. I can tell you and I are gonna vibe, bro. Like I can tell. Do you skate or anything? Do you like surf?
So I mean,
Nah, stop. Don't tell me you're from Puerto Rico and don't surf. Stop.
listen. I drowned when I was a kid. That's the only reason.
Nah, there's no
Only
way.
reason.
There's no way you pulled that shit on me, bro. Do not give me the childhood trauma
Wait,
bullshit.
wait,
Fuck
wait. Come here, spend fucking 2-3 days, and
You both
let's surf
learn.
together, dude. Because I want to learn.
Yeah, he wants to learn.
But are you afraid of swimming?
No. I mean, I've lived on the beach my whole life.
Oh, it's just a
but-
surfing thing. You haven't like.
but
Okay.
listen, waves here are way different. Like you live on the East Coast and your shit is fucked, right?
We're
Like
the West Side, baby.
No, East Coast waves are actually gnarly, but like here, bro, like we're on a sandbar. The only way the waves are produced are
Did you
through
just call
like
me?
wind and shit, and
Yeah.
it's real chill. It's real mellow. You're not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that.
You got boards down there?
Oh my god, so many. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it was
That's
cool. I've been one. That shit was a workout.
I mean, I've got up. I stood up on the board and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm no slate or anything.
Yeah, dude. And the
Yeah.
thing is, like Jack, you know Jack? You know Tifu's,
No.
you know Turner's brother? The long-haired, dreaded
Yeah.
motherfucker? Yeah, okay. He's a wave whisperer, bro.
Yeah, he's really good.
Dude, when I was
Yeah.
learning, he was sitting there and he goes, "Yo, Arab, 12 seconds, your wave's out." I'm like, "What?" He's like, yeah, that's the one, get ready. And like fucking 12 seconds later, bro, a good ass wave just comes out of nowhere, bro.
And then this is air, bro. Like the wave like just flips him over and you see the board go fully submerged and then shoot out of the water, bro.
It's fun, bro. It's fun. It's definitely a skill I've always wanted to learn because like, dude, surfer chicks are so hot. Like the ones that you see on fucking Instagram and shit. Like it's just such a cool thing.
Dude,
like
yeah, to
Nice
get chicks
complexion.
to get chicks like those, bro.
I don't want I mean, dude,
you gotta be nice though. You gotta be barreled. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. I'm not. I mean, dude, you know, like I'm not into white chicks, and that's reality. A lot of them.
Whoa, come on.
Diggy's into white chicks, bro.
I love them all. Whoa. All of them.
No, here's the thing,
You
bro.
can't
Like,
go wrong.
no, for sure, I find them hot, but it's like I'm not gonna dive deeper than that.
You like a little flavor? You like a little flavor?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, you know,
I'm kind of a sucker for white chicks. I don't know
yeah,
why,
Edwin's a
but-
white chick. He likes white chicks.
Blondes or what?
Bro, listen. So you know, I realized, and I think I realized it maybe this weekend. I think that most chicks I find attractive I definitely have a type because all the chicks I find attractive look exactly like my current girlfriend. Like it's like she slightly changed a few features. Like it's the same person. Like I don't know why.
And it's cool because she doesn't care as long as it's like as long as he's thinking of her. So like those last three chicks you hooked up with. Yeah.
Exactly. I just have to send a picture beforehand. She just clears them, you know, and then I clear them. You know what I'm saying? But
wait, you clear them or you fill them?
Well, I gotta clear them after I fill them. Yeah, it's like a tube of toothpaste. You know what I'm saying?
Diggy, how are the ladies, bro? Like you can imagine with your vibe, you know, obviously you're.
Oh, he's fucking. Look at him.
Are you settling? You got a big Rolodex. You banging milfs left and right. You look at the bar
tapestry,
life,
bro.
You know,
the TikTok tapestry, bro. It doesn't lie. All right.
Yeah, but they don't make it into this room, or is this the bedroom?
No, this is the office. They make it the room next door.
Yeah.
The room next door for sure. But no, yeah, I just had a fun time with like this 34-year-old tatted up chick the other
See,
night.
that's what I'm saying. I told you, bro. He's in the middle.
It don't matter, bro. As long as it's
How does it happen, bro? Spit the game for the Fortnite kids. You're at the bar, you know, your vibes are immaculate, but when you're talking to an older chick, there's got to be some intimidation there.
Well, no. See, the biggest thing for me is there's more intimidation when it comes to the approach on the younger women because the older women, you already know they're gonna know what they want. They're gonna tell you what they want. They're gonna tell you what it's just flows so much better. It's natural. When you're talking to a younger chick, sometimes they literally are like they're thinking about what they're saying before they say it, or like holding stuff back, and it's like, nah, this girl will look like a girl in her 30s will look you in your eyes and tell you you're beautiful, like, and you're like, fuck yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, boom, we're back and forth now. You know, we're having a good time.
Yeah, it started off the flirting, and then it's done.
That's everything. Is the natural. I mean, so there are times where I don't score because I just get caught up in the vibe so hard that I'm like, hey, we're just people, we're having a good ass time. Yeah. And like, I'm digging you, you're digging me, and then like, I'm sitting at home like, damn, I probably should have hit that shit, dude. You know? But no, yeah, for the most part we do well.
Good for you, bro. Good for you.
For the most part we do well, my boy. That's so cool, bro.
You know, you mentioned earlier in the podcast about your brother telling you some shit. Are you close to them again, or are you not close?
Yeah. Okay. No, without a doubt. Yeah, yeah, we've been sleeping in the same room, bunk beds, like a majority of our life, freaking all the way until we were like 17.
Oh, bro.
You know, like, so we
How much
share
younger
a lot
is
of the
he?
Same, he's 2 years older.
Okay, and then you have a younger sibling too?
Yeah, so a younger sister's about to turn 21, and then another one who's like 11. And but my brother, it reminds me of like the Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and because he said something that reminded me of me and my brother. It's like, we are everything that the other person is not, but we're so much the same. Yeah. It's like how, like, so I got all these types of like you know, characteristics and things about me. I got my mom's face, my dad's skin tone. He got my dad's face, my mom's skin tone. So he's white with like my dad's looks, a little bit like of that Hispanic, you know, olive eyes. And I got like the feministic features and the freaking eyelashes and all that shit with the tan skin. And yeah, we're just like opposites but the same. Pretty cool vibe.
So you genetically bodied him, is what you're saying? That's fucked up.
He just called his brother ugly, bro.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he got those features. He's like, you know, I'm sitting here with the feminine.
Nah, my dad's a stud. My dad's a stud, though. My dad's a stud, though.
The goddamn tan.
Yeah, your dad's a stud, but he's got the tan skin, you know, not the white skin, and then.
I did get blessed with the complexion. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Your brother tans, he turns red, gets skin cancer. You tan, look at you, you're fucking.
Bro, you know what's one of my favorite memories from like growing up was like being tan. Like, you know, I think at some point like you just grow up and like everyone lets you know that you're tan, right? Like for some reason, like the white kids are like, damn, you're fucking brown, you know? But like the funny thing was like during summer, everyone's like, God damn, dude, like you're killing it. You got a nice tan going, this and that. And then winter comes around, everyone's like, why the fuck are you still tan? You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's cold as hell out. When have you seen the sun? I don't know. That shit. Growing up brown, man.
Diggy, how'd you get the name Diggy, bro?
So my uncle who got me into gaming always called me Diggy.
Why?
Always. It was just stuck. K Diggy, Diggy.
It's like Bubba, dude. It's like a little nickname, you know.
But Diggy
Doozer. Like it was just like, I don't know. It just stuck. It was just there.
Great
Diggy.
Great name, and I'm sure it helped that frat aesthetic kind of thing that you had. You know, like I'm sure people are like, "Yo, Diggy, like he's dope."
Do they call you Diggy in real life? Like let's say you join that frat, like they don't call you Diggy, do they?
So everyone in real life calls me Kolbe, and I love the name Kolbe. Like it's such a unique name.
Yeah, I like it. It reminds me of the cheese.
Everyone says that Kolbe cheese, Kolbe beef. Like I get those often, but yeah, no. A lot of people call me Kolbe. People who know about Diggy call me Diggy, and then especially after like the whole FaZe thing, like people started switching and calling me Diggy. But even now, so like after this time, they go back to Kolbe. Like it's just when you know me in person, like you know me as Kolbe. It's just that vibe.
Yeah. What are your plans with music? Do you work super hard on it? Like how many hours do you put on it? How is the building? Because you want to build a career out of it. You know that would be cool. Obviously, it's gonna require a lot of work. Yeah. Are you uploading a song a week? You know, that's kind of a new trend where like, you know, you're seeing these artists grind out their fucking release radars every single week, you know, a new song every Friday.
So I wanted to go back to like the project thing, you know, dropping like people dropping projects. I don't want to do because what happens when you hype up this single, and then like it's just not it's just not it. I like having a whole collective, a whole piece, because it's like a story in a sense. Like there's an A side and a B side of my album. It's love.
Wow.
There's a love side and there's a light side. Light's about the dreams, the aspirations, the darkness, the things I go through. I have a song called Prince of This World. It's about the devil. A song called Star in a Glass Room, which is about like, you know, wanting to do all these things but having the limitations of this glass box and being a star and everything that's potential, but like not being able to break through. Like all these little things like that. And I mean, it's just super intricate and it's like tell a story, especially coming out as a first project. Like I want to use this as a resume. Like, hey, this person has lyrical poetry. You know, he could write. He has flows. He had like what boxes am I checking? And can you see that? And I just want to show people that like, oh, hey, he's got something here, you know? And that's the most important thing, especially coming out with this first project. So like, if I can get a nice set of eyes, people who kind of understand me, because this is the first time that I made music for myself rather than for other people, which is like everything, you know. It's super authentic, and you know, you're not gonna see me like rapping hard about some shit. Like, you know, you could look at me, who I am and what I talk about, and when you know me, you'll understand my music. So like that's the kind of the crowd I want to have, and no matter how big it is and wherever it goes, like I'm excited about it regardless, because I know at the end of the day I could wake up at 6 in the morning after having a shitty night and listen to my whole album all the way through and like just give a concert to nobody in my living room. So it's fucking amazing.
Good, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, that's cool
really
as fuck. When is it releasing?
So we're aiming for mid-July would be the album single, early July. So I have an album promo video that I'm gonna drop. People are gonna see that, and it's like a I don't know if you remember what Vince Staples did with Prima Donna, his album.
Edwin probably knows. I don't know.
Yeah, Vince Staples.
He did this album promo video. It was about 9-minute video where he trickled out the songs throughout it within a cinematic movie. So I made one of those, and yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. That is really cool. Yeah.
So I did that with the album, and there's about 8 songs in it that I trickled out in it as we go through this. Like I shot it all in this apartment, and we maximized the space. Like one of my friends, he's really good with cinematography, and
thank you. You mean it?
So it's like a dialogue based piece that has the parts of the music in it, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's cool. That's creative, bro. See, that's passion. That's something different. That's cool.
So I have that, and then single with the music video, and then dropping the whole project, and that's all coming over the next 45 days. I mean, pretty much guaranteed. And I want it to be in the summer for sure, because it has that vibe, you know. There's songs like that, the instrumentation and stuff is just like about that. And plus the community I have around me, which is the most important thing, is like the more I've been getting involved in the music, the more that the people are coming to me. Like people, I got hammered the other day with the people from 95.7 The Hog, the radio station out here. We were drinking, having a good time. They know about this. Like this is like everything's kind of gravitating towards me in the space that have been so passionate about and have been manifesting for the past 6 months. So like, you know, I'd be lying to you if I said that I don't think there's going to be a day that I'm on a stage full of thousands of people. You know, like I feel that in my bones. I've dreamt it. I've seen it.
Bro, I was gonna say for like the area that you live in, like that's definitely like a vibe. Like that's definitely like the type of music that is enjoyed around here. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And that first music video I'm shooting with the town. Like I got privileged to go in the bar and shoot in there and stuff like that. So like the town has my back guaranteed. I mean, I karaoke 4 or 5 days a week sometimes, literally running around. And like there are times where I walk off the stage and someone gives me a wet $20 bill. I got 3 drinks all of a sudden because people are so hyped up about like the fucking performance. And like that is everything, dude. Like when you're on that stage and you're putting on a show for somebody, like I don't understand how sometimes people have millions of people watching them and they're standing there like this, you know, like, dude, you got eyes on you, fucking make a show. Like I want to be one of the greatest showmen in history, dude. And
you think it's because they've been there and they're like, you know, it's like you chase something and once you have it, it's kind of like, okay, what's next?
I mean, who knows? Some people are just meant for things in different ways, you know. And like I'm not gonna sing. I might not have the voice that they have, you know, but
you have the energy. Yeah, you have the delivery is what you're talking about earlier.
Yeah. Like that is everything. That is everything.
I think that in life too, like you know, for an example, like me and Arab, there was a house that we got before this house, and it got robbed. They got like burglarized, like even before we moved in. It was fucked up. It was a fucked up situation. And I call him. I'm like telling him the issue, and I'm expecting him to be like, okay, like I'll stay in Georgia for a couple days, like we'll figure it out, and then I'll come down.
I'm packed, by the way. I'm leaving Georgia in a few hours. Yeah,
and I call him like, bro, I just found out like day one, like we just like brought our shit over, like we got robbed, like the house got broken into, like they fucked a bunch of shit up and this and that. And I tell him, I'm like, bro, like I'm so sorry, like this isn't really my fault, but I feel like somewhat responsible as like your Florida host, kind of like this and that. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, like, you know, I'm still gonna come anyways, like because if I come, we're gonna figure it out quicker. I'm like, good shit, I like that. I was like, that's a great point. So he comes down. And dude, I'm telling you, and this isn't the only time. This has happened several times in my life where you when life wants you to go a certain way, it paves that path for you. And if you want to follow it, it is so easy for you. But if you want to go a different way that isn't really paved for you, like it's harder. Obviously, you're working against the grain. But as soon as he got here, and as soon as we went into problem solving mode, bro, everything went easy, bro. Like we met the right dude, we met the right people, like they hooked us up, like with this management company that runs these houses that online everyone says they're shit, but we actually met the people that matter and they hooked us up and this and that. And I really, really believe that we were not meant to live in that house. Yeah. I believe that in the universe and whoever like exists up there, whatever, they knew that if we were in that house, we would be in danger because we weren't we were unaware that the area was as bad as it actually was. And I think that you know, once we got over that obstacle, once we were like, okay, we're not living here, everything went easily, bro. Everything just and to this day, shit is booming. Like the all of our projects are booming, everything is going how it should, etc. And I think that if we somehow would have ended up living there, it wouldn't have gone that way.
One of us would be in the hospital.
That's what I like to think of is the divine intervention is what I call it. Like I was saying earlier, that whole force that we're all interconnected within, like we could tap into it. And like, I mean, I'm a believer in all that. Like,
are you religious, symbols, spiritual? What is it?
I'm like a super energy based person. And
but what's that force? Is it a greater being or is it
no? Let me explain it. Let me explain it, bro. Because I guarantee you'll agree. I think that whatever's up there doesn't like the names that we give it, and I think that the names are pointless. I think that they're up there. You know, like they exist, whatever. And I don't think they like being named. I don't think they agree with like the religious pursuits of war and this and that like behind it, dude. I think it's just an energy. You know, it's a positive one for sure.
And so, I mean, this is like the whole spiritual awakening. I didn't even tap into it.
Hey, don't piss it off. Try carefully, Digster.
No, I'm a firm believer in it all. I was just saying that, like.
No, it's okay. No, say it again so they hear you.
I'm saying that everything that you're saying is like, dude, it's all here and it's all here at once, and I feel like it's just everywhere and everybody can tap into it. And that's why like things like that happen in your life and things like that happen in my life, all the way down to numbers and times and symbols and things that like can connect thoughts and create answers in your own mind. Like that is just like, dude, where does it come from? Yeah. Where does it come from? Like there's something that you could tap into that's there, and that's a fact. There's nothing that makes me believe otherwise.
Dude, what's her name talks about it?
Do you have like a number that you see in your life all the time?
I see every form of repeating numbers constantly, and I also got this crazy set of numbers that really changed kind of my perspective, which is 369, and that
369. Is that the little John thing? That's it. What did he say?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Actually, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not sure if that's the lyric.
I don't know if that's the lyric, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about.
Fine. Shake
yeah. Is it 369? Is that what he says?
I think so. I think it's maybe 3. Anyways, it might be an area code. Regardless, continue. What were you saying?
But yeah, because I was about to do this trip one time, and I just had all these numbers flying through my head. I was like, there's 3 of us. we're here from 6 to 12. It's a 6-hour span. There's 9 caps. There's this, blah, blah. And I was like, the numbers of the day are 3, 6, 9. And I never did that before. And I mean, Tesla has a quote that says, if you understand the sequence of 3, 6, 9, you hold the key to the universe. And it was like I had all these thoughts that were spiraling around at once, and everything connected at the same time when I had this thought. And it was just like that's what I mean. I feel like numbers are the language of the universe, and it's like wild to talk about, and it's hard to talk about. But at the same time, like there are things that I understand sometimes that are directly through numbers, and it's like it's just the strangest thing.
It is 369. It is 369, and it's not an area code.
Hey, he's like. Also, I'm really bad at math. I don't know what that's about. He's like, I can't find the slope of shit, dude. But
and it's from the song "Get Low," bro.
Yeah. It has to be.
Damn you, fun.
It has to be an area code.
No, I looked it up. 369 is a future area code that isn't in use yet. It's just reserved for California when they run out of fucking area codes. So
y'all remember the 619?
That's something else.
Yeah. I thought that's what he said. Bro. I thought. Yeah, Puyaka 6. Dude, that's so cool. That's so fire. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Do you get it?
No.
It's Rey Mysterio. He's like.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was his move, right?
If you're of Latin descent, bro, if you're of Latin descent, that motherfucker was a superhero to you at one time.
It goes like it was Rey Mysterio, DX, Hardy Bros for me, and that was it. That was all there was.
Bro, I never watched WWE, but I would play those games, and I would only play as Rey Mysterio.
I remember,
bro. He would like grab the fucking dude and do the spins. Dude.
Yeah. He had like the moonsault and shit. Do you remember when he killed a dude on accident? Do you guys remember that?
Really?
Did he?
Yeah, he 619 the dude on accident, or not on accident. He did it on purpose, but like the dude was positioned. The dude was positioned like in a weird way, and he fucking snapped his neck, and they played it off to where like he was knocked out or whatever. But no, I'm pretty sure he died, bro. I'm pretty sure he died.
What?
Yeah,
I feel like we would have heard about that more.
Dude, also, no, what? It was from in 2008. We were like 7. Of course, it was probably everywhere. It was like right before Chris
I didn't
Benoit
see
did
it
the
on
fucking...
Twitter.
No, shut up. Bro, a side note about that, just because you're a fan and I fuck with that, bro. Did you know that him and his son are both wrestling right now, and they are the first father-son duo like championship like tag team holders?
Wait, he's still kicking?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kolbe, we never asked you. You talked about your mom, you talked about your siblings. Are you close with your dad?
So they split when I was 6, and I see him as like he's somebody who's a friend to me. Like we have a lot alike, like a lot of the same vibes. And when we're together, it's like that kind of thing. But like, you know, I don't see him as you know, like he was never a father figure, so I don't see him in that sense. But I love him because there's an undeniable feeling that's there because of just like we share so many like similarities, you know.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the relationship I have with him. He's a person who has like over 100 kicks, like fresh ass motherfucker, like all that.
Right.
It's hella women. So that's his vibe. So we have a good time, you know, when I see him every once in a while, but we don't get around too much.
Nice. Good for you, bro. Got a question here to like, you know, a little bit of wrap up. You know, like one day. Yeah, who's like the hottest woman you know?
In person or
no, just like
in general.
Like a celebrity.
This is tough. Now I think about
about
this question.
You know, like top 3, top 5, doesn't matter. Like what's one of them? Just
anyone with the last name Ray.
Addison
Ray. Ray in their name in general.
Addison Ray, you know? Like that.
I've seen her. I actually came up with this concept. I'm gonna get roasted for this shit.
Billy Ray.
No. It's about Addison Ray. I had this 2D like dream to where I saw like I was flying through these tunnels, turning down these roads and streets, and I got this 2D image of this girl who was leaning over this fence. It was blonde hair, epitome of a beautiful woman. It was like, and I imagined that it was her. I ended up walking towards her, and it's like when I think about this, I think it's like it was showing me something.
Turns around and she's a dude.
So I opened my eyes. I ended up looking it up, And I wrote a song about it. It's called The Other Side of Venus, which is basically two star signs that collide, and one is about feelings and one is about physicality. And it's saying, I'm this, you're that. Let me show you the other side. So I wrote about that, and that was based off of that moment that I had. But yeah, She's Fed, Summer Rae, Jade Chanouth.
I don't know who that is, but Summer Madison. What's Jade Chanouth? How do you spell it?
JADECHY.
Got it. NOWETH.
Yes, bro.
I wonder how many people are gonna look that up after this.
Dude, that's I never want to say it because like I want her to be a sleeper, bro. Because she's so bad, but she's up there.
She's a flaw to pick.
And she's a dancer.
Yeah,
I love dancers.
So what about like a dude? Like who's like a good looking dude? You'd say.
I remember back in the day, like what is it? The hetero man crush? Is that what it was?
Hetero man crush.
Is that the word for it?
Man Crush Monday.
That, though.
And dude, Bradley Cooper was solid one. Ever since I saw
Bradley Cooper.
Limitless, when I saw Limitless,
Limitless,
yeah.
All right, so let's say one day, dude, surgeries are gonna get so good, you know, like technology's booming, whatnot, and like you're not gonna be able to tell the difference between like someone who was born a woman and like has transitioned. You know, they've done everything perfectly. So like, let's say, you know, Summer Rae, everything about her is the same, right? But turns out Summer was actually born a dude. She's gotten all the surgeries except she hasn't gotten rid of her penis. Got the same voice, same ass, you know, nice body. And then Bradley Cooper, bro, like he was born a woman. He's undergone the surgery. Got everything about him is perfect. The fucking abs.
Set me up for this shit.
No, we ask this to everybody at the end of every podcast. This is the Brandon's question. And he's got a vagina. You're not fucking him. I mean, you can if you want, but you got to go down on one. Who you going down on? Bradley Cooper with a vagina? Or you going down on fucking Summer Rae with a penis? Hey, everything else is the same. The voice, the demeanor.
Everything, dude. Everything.
Boobs. You going down on, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
The potential is limitless.
Where are the energies taking you, my friend? What star sign is leading you to the...
Dude, I just feel like...
Here, let me put this more in your perspective. You're on a bender. There's two people in the bar.
How drunk am I? How drunk?
There's two people in the bar. You're at a 7. You're at a 7 out of 10,
bro. As
you're at a
as
7 out of 10. They're the last two people on the earth.
Fuck,
yeah,
like
you're a little bit horny. You're at like a 9 in horniness, you know?
Ah, man. I think you just have to, This is fucked, bro. Dude, this is... And you know the most fucked part about this question? Is that you have to go down. Like, it's not even just like the whole thing.
Yeah. It's like the worst part almost. Like...
Where are you from? Where you grew up?
Yeah, like originally. Like
you
what
said 5 states, but like where was your main most impactful one?
Oh, Florida for sure. Because I've moved here, I've lived here, moved away, came back. I used to live in Portugal.
Oh, okay. I think I know what the answer is.
I think I do too.
Okay. I think you just Does everyone answer this? By the way?
Everyone answers it.
Yeah.
Only people we don't ask it to is like when we have a 14-year-old on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Nah. All right. So look at his eyes. I think you go with the. I think you just eat the box, dude.
Really?
No, dude. That's crazy.
The chick with the dick, man. The chick with the dick.
The chick with the dick. So
no, it's cool. You got your opinion. I just want you to know that's like a New Yorker opinion.
Yeah.
But like
I get it. Yeah, you're a lover. You know, you're a.
Yeah, but then you got Bradley Cooper's muscular ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bro. Like, you know,
it's cool.
His beard, his voice, like.
Don't worry, we're not gonna persuade you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sell you out of it. I'm not trying to sell you out of it.
He does that a lot, but
I think I'm 50. I feel like I'm 50-50.
That's not an option. That's not an option.
You know my favorite thing is about selling people on the other. It's because that means that I just convinced you that one was less gay than the other, but like they're the same, dude. They're the same.
That's really what it is, bro. Most people are like, I'm having a problem deciding what's like worse, what's better. I'm going down on the chick with the dick, bro.
Honestly, I'm flipping a coin, bro.
Everything else, nah, that's not an option. You can't open that option to the guest.
Well, at the end of the day, you got to think about the skin complexion.
They're gonna start doing that, and then they're gonna say, "I didn't choose one. I blame the coin."
No,
you can't.
I can do that because we made up the question. They can't, clearly.
Yeah, but then they're gonna justify, and they're gonna go later and they're gonna say, "No, I didn't say that. I'm flipping a coin." The whole point is it's supposed to sit with them. They're supposed to think about this later. It's like carry this on.
The chair question. You guys know that one with the favorite food in the hard cock.
You have to like go forward or go backward or something.
Nah, it's would you rather sit on a hard cock and eat a plate of your favorite food, or sit on a plate of your favorite food, eat hard cock?
Yeah, I'm putting it in my mouth. I'm not putting it in my ass, bro. I'm good.
Bro, honestly, I don't know. That might be like a pretty elite dining experience, bro. Like your favorite food and a cock in the ass. That's kind of fun.
I just can't imagine something in my. You know what I'm saying? Diggy, your socials are all down there. Hopefully, if you give them to us before the fucking podcast goes out, like holy shit, you're converting your name to Kolbe Pearson, right?
Kolbe Cordon.
You know who Kolbe Pearson is?
No.
He was that fucking YouTuber that used to do like those pranks and shit. Kolbe Cordon.
Yeah.
Okay. Your album comes out July. Excited to hear that, bro. It's cool to see, you know, people leaving the community and manifesting and doing other shit like that. That's what I love. We met at a crucial point in our lives, you know, where everyone's building their future. You're building this Rolodex of people that you know around the country, around the world. It's cool. It's you see people grow.
We're dream chasing, man.
Yeah. How old are you?
23.
23. Good for you, bro.
Appreciate it.
All your descriptions are in all your links are in the description, guys. Make sure to check out his album. Keep up with Kolbe, or as you guys know him, Diggy. Invest your time, boys. Even if you're not listening to the music, even if it's not your vibe, you know, pay attention from afar, because people with your vibes do things, you know. It matters. It's someone was telling me a story. I was at a networking event, a big one with a lot of successful people the other day, and someone was telling me that there's this movie about some chick, I believe, that she's really ugly, you know, like objectively what most people would say is ugly. She was ugly, and she woke up one day after like hitting her head or something, and she thought she was the hottest woman in the world. And that confidence that she had, even though nothing had changed, that confidence just pushed her to success. You know, just that ability to manifest things. Like, even though she was still the same objectively, like, people don't care. You know, like, you might be objectively ugly or whatever. That confidence itself is attractive enough to get people to want to do things with you, etc. And so, like, her, you know, it doesn't matter. It matters what vibe you put off, and that's what you end up getting back. So, anyways, check out Kolbe on all his shit, guys. If you guys made it to the end, you guys are clearly, you know, you enjoy these podcasts, etc. We have a vlog channel that's up in the fucking corner too. You click that. It's in the description. Upload once a week as well. These podcasts, they come out every Monday, every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'll see you guys the fuck later. Thanks for making it to the end. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Wait. My mouse is stuck. It's okay. Now, peace.